deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020, reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I bet to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged, dog. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, send it. I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, send it. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. Wrote inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that is here, could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundry mat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, send it. I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, send it. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it,
Boy, I know real hesitation creeping in, but you look so good and I know what you're offering. Phone's lighting up, but I'm just gonna let it ring. Yeah, my phone's lighting up, but I'm just gonna let it ring. Is it the liquor in my system? My desire's not so real. Got me caught up in this rhythm. Draw me in, make it feel. Draw me in, make it feel. Draw me in, make it feel. Make me feel.
Good morning all. Yes, sir. Hope everyone is good. Hope everyone is well. Let's get it. Let's get it. Today is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to everyone. How are you doing today? All good, all good. Any thoughts on gold movement for the rest of the week? Well, we're going to discuss everything. Let me just fix this. All right. There we go. Perfect. Let's have a look at the calendar there. Yesterday, full bank holidays was not too bad. In New York session, we had Trump speaking at night. So Trump came out last night. He was speaking about setting a deadline, right? That's kind of his main thing, right? Was setting a deadline. He wanted a deadline for essentially things to resolve. He wanted to open the Strait of Hormuz, and yeah, I guess it's just very, very much, I don't know, it's a bit childish, right? He's demanding, and Iran are just coming back and saying, you know what, we're not doing anything. Hello, are you mad? Like, you can't just demand at this day, at this time, for us to open something when you've attacked us this hard, you know, which obviously makes sense from their side, but I don't know what is going to be a resolution of this, you know? So if he goes ahead and escalates, which he can, then we're going to see a little bit of a shakeout in the market. We're probably going to see stock market continue down. Gold probably going to continue down as well, as people feel this uncertainty. Yesterday, we were trying some bounces, right? We were trying to bounce. We can see we've kind of resolved into a range here. But over yesterday, we were trying to play out a bounce here because people were expecting what? People were expecting things to go all right? They were expecting things to go good. And yeah, they were basically thinking that, hey, we can fix everything, right? So the market was absorbing that. It was absorbing that things are going to de-escalate and we can see some positivity. This is why we had some upside in gold yesterday, but that got retraced as we realized it's not really the case. Especially here, we came up, 4 hour closed above, and then boom, we started to come back in the range, and we're basically where we started on Monday, Asian session, right? So we're back to Asian session from Monday. That's very important. This is Asian session. So let's double check our markup. Yellow line is a 4 hour. This 1 hour is not really relevant anymore. It's a little bit higher. 30-minute time frame still relevant. So bias, previous daily bearish, previous 4 hour bullish, mixed bias right now, which coming from Asia low. Did we sweep yesterday's Asia? We did, right? This candle broke yesterday's Asia. We went below it, grabbed liquidity from yesterday's Asia. So that's interesting to see. Now 15-minute is trying some upside here in 4 minutes. 5-minute time frame trying to break structures as well here. This is our current low of the day. Right, this is low of today, which is right here. Now, something we have to keep in mind is yesterday London session. Yesterday London session was quite nasty. We ended up, Asian session pushed up. London created a low right here. This was yesterday's London low. We then created a setup 2, pretty similar to what we're creating now. We broke the high. We tried to create a support, we broke the high again, manipulated London low, then pushed. Right? Much more complex session compared to Asian session, which just ended up making a high, pulled back, created a support, respected the support, and continued up for a couple of 100 pips. Yesterday, London session, created a low, manipulated that low, and then only we got the push. Right now, we're getting some random volume right now. We're seeing some heavy volume come in towards the upside, minimizing range. I don't think it's even a 1-to-1, 160 for 160 at just a 1-to-1, breaking the highs. So what I want to see is I want to see some form of structure at this point. We will have the 30-minute candle close. Could look for a 1-to-1 here. Depends on how much it pushes in the next 3 minutes here and how we react. I would always prefer to buy from a pullback. So what I'd like to see is if this pushes, I'd like to see us come back in the range. Even manipulate even lower like yesterday. That would be great. I mean, if this just fakes out and we come back down here, I'll be looking for buys back up towards here. Now, sells, they are an option, right? We are mixed buyers. But I feel like I want to be a seller from the top of the range here, right? I want to be a seller from the top of the range instead of being a seller right mid-range here. I don't think it makes as much sense as being a seller from the top of the range. So that is idea number 1 here and idea number 2. Now, sending it full break of high right now with 160 pip stop loss, it's possible. Yes, it's possible, but it's literally not even a 1-to-1 at the highs here. It's actually just below a 1-to-1. I mean, if it was, let's see. Yeah, basically, I mean, you could ask for a 1-to-1. It's not too much to try push a little bit more. Stop would be below the 5. But it's like, you know, that's the top of the range. I don't want to be at 1-to-1 just at the top of the range. I want the top of the range to be like a 1-to-2, 1-to-1.6, whatever, something better than just a 1-to-1. At least then I can capitalize off that, right? So yeah. DAX here trying to break down here. We have some room to break down. Previous daily closing bullish though. Just looking at DAX. 4-hour close at support. Yeah, setup 2 might be okay. Yesterday, London session had a very nice move on DAX. I'll show you, but I just want to keep an eye on gold and check out NASDAQ as well. So gold looks like it's going to close below the 15 support, which is better for us, to be honest. Previous daily bullish on NASDAQ, previous 4-hour bearish mixed session bias. 1-hour time frames trying to create support. We have a previous 1 hour, so let's put that there. We just reacted off it. P1. Yeah, possible sells below this range here. A bit tight for the buys. Gold closed above. Making a nice bottom wick, if I might say so myself. The deeper this bottom wick, this does start to become an option, especially if we start to manipulate below here. And we get something pretty aggressive that just shows me sellers take control and then buyers come back into the market, because we need to grab juice to continue up right now. So that juice is going to come from lower. So if we can continue to head down right now, make a deeper and deeper bottom wick, then I'm happy to take this on the flip to fill this wick and then break the high, because if it's going to fake out, it can break the high and then fake out. So if that happens, then at least it's not at my entry. But I really want to, but in order for me to do that, I need to see this come deeper, because I need the liquidity to do so. Otherwise, you would just have to take this as a classic position, which is breaking the high, right? To get that confirmation that we have continuation. But at the same time, I kind of want to be involved. There is one thing I can do today, which is, if I'm happy, we have some 1 minute structure here, right? If today is going to be of volume and we're going to get faked out, then what we can do is play it more on the aggressive side. I've been noticing current market conditions are kind of like this. So it's either we have good volume, we break the high and should get continuation, or the volume is crappy, it's going to break the high, fake out, and then come all the way back in the range, and then we can get better entries later. So why do I need to hold through all that BS? I could essentially right now take it break of high with stop loss below current candle. It's still a 70 pip stop loss, so I'm not running like a stupid, silly, tight stop loss. Still a significant stop loss. Even better if we can get a 5-minute candle closing bearish, which I'm kind of hoping for, and next one close above bullish, just so I can clear this zone here. Right, I want to clear this zone. It's the zone I want to clear, because we are reacting off it. Doesn't mean we're rejecting it just yet until we fail and break structure, but we are reacting. Same way we reacted off this. You know, but it's clear on a 31-hour time frame did close bearish, so that is something to keep in mind. But look at what we did. We tapped the 1-hour support. So target is tapped, right? So that is always nice when that happens, because it's kind of giving us that confirmation there. But deeper bottom wick right now, the better, if I'm being honest. If we could just send this to somewhere here, 50% of the last candle, would be great. Where's 50%? Yeah, almost there. Anyways, leave a like on the stream, guys, for the analysis. Let's see what we get here. Guys, lazy, tired today. No one speaking. Everyone quiet. Wake up. Time to get to work. Already yesterday, straight into the session. New York session. Running New York session yesterday was a good session. Surprisingly, not the worst volume, regardless of yesterday being bank holiday. There was some good moves up. Strong moves back down. You know. So I was pretty impressed with it being a bank holiday, that it was moving, especially with Trump, you know. So let's see if we can get this 5-minute closing bearish. Would be better, actually. As I say that, it flips bullish. We have on broker broke the previous low here. That is actually interesting that we broke it on broker the previous low. I quite like that. Let's see on futures if we broke previous low. Yes, also on futures. Interesting. That is interesting. So here we haven't, but on my broker and on futures we broke previous low. So that is actually quite nice when we do that. So let's see how this closes, guys. If this closes, makes a good bottom wick, possibly break of high, I'll be looking for potential buy. Yeah, bottom wick is in place here. I think I'm going to give it an aggressive shot here, breaking the high. Stop below this candle low. So let's see. Where'd you ask? So going same place where I just discussed. I'm not gonna change it. I think that makes sense. Don't you think? Especially after this bottom wick. GC rejecting VWAP. Yeah, if it rejects, then let it reject. Under 5, yeah, same place. Because if it breaks, yeah, I want to be a little bit more aggressive as well. I'm expecting good volume. If not, because this will be 15-minute high. So once we break 15-minute high, should be able to drive a little bit here. If not, then I don't want to be in the trade, right? Because then I feel like the trade is just not going to do anything. We have all this 1-minute structures, so if we break the 1-minute structures, I feel like the trade is over anyways. I'm in? Bro, it's too early. Needed to break the high, bro. Break the high. Once it breaks the high, then I get triggered, right? Need to break the high. How long till this 5-minute candle close? 1 minute? Ooh. If it's like 20 seconds, I think I'll wait for the 5-minute because we might get a thunderstorm. Thunderstorm is quite nice. If it closes 5 strong bearish, then it's a different position. I have to wait for a 5 close above. So if this closes 5 strong bearish, right, we close the 5 strong bearish here, which is kind of the same here, but we don't have this liquidity grab on broker. We have this liquidity grab. Then I want to see a 5-minute candle close above. So then I'll wait. But if this closes weak here in 20 seconds, I'll just still go break of high. So that's what it's going to depend. Do we close strong or do we close weak? That's what I'm waiting for right now. So we'll see. Still 5 seconds. Can change. Yeah, I guess that's pretty more on the weak side. So we are not engulfing the previous candle. So I can try it out a little bit. Now we have a good management below here. If we break the high, even though stop is here, we can manage below this candle here. Only thing I don't like is it's slowing down a little bit, but we still haven't broke that 15-minute high. I'm thinking if we can move stop loss up even to below here, but I don't think I'm gonna play it that risky. I think below here is safer. We have the structures here to protect. I just don't like that we're slowing down a little bit. I want to see some more volume. Still didn't tag me in. Alright, let's go. So I wanted a 1 minute close above, which we have the 1 minute close above here, which is nice. So we want to see some continuation here, not really for it to pull back inside the range. No top wick on futures on what candle? Yeah, it's a 1 minute, it's okay. Not always the biggest deal, just a 1 minute. Yeah, I didn't want this to snap back in the range. I want to see some more volume. It's not over yet, but we want to see some more volume come through here. We don't want to see it just start to range now. We want to see some continuation, price action starting to get more bullish. New 15-minute candle close coming soon. I want to see it close above this notch. And I want to see the 5-minute candle close above as well. Those are two things I want to see. So 5 did close above. I'm going to mark the 4-hour on broker. On broker, it's a little bit different, the 4-hour. Can we move SL? Yeah, we can. But we'll see just how it goes. So I have this 4-hour on broker here, which is this line here on broker. As you can see, the red line. That's my 4-hour on broker. So that's where I'm looking for management at that line. Hopefully it just doesn't randomly reject from before that. Let me just double check I drew it correctly. Gonna check the 4 hour on futures as well. We're clear on futures. We have a daily. Where is that daily? Yeah, it's the same as the 4 hour. We haven't tapped it yet, so I have to continue to hold this because we haven't tapped it. If I don't hold this, I break my rules. I break my rules because I'm not going to emotionally close something because I'm scared to lose on YouTube, right? That's just not how I trade. I trade based off actual technicals. Even though we're just losing a bit of volume, doesn't mean it's over yet. Because I checked futures, we haven't tapped anything on futures. I checked here Forex, we haven't tapped anything on Forex. I'm not sure what we're rejecting right now. Might just be us losing volume, right? This is what we're rejecting. 4 hours clean. 1 hour is a little bit higher. Like that is our management point, this 1 hour here. Same on futures this. Trade looks better for sell. Sell it, bro. Why are you buying? Sell it, sell it. $20 seconds for this 5 to close. I want to see how this 5-minute candle closes. If we close above this 15, if we close below the 15, I will be managing. If we reject it and close above the 15, I'll put my stop below here. Right, just above the 15, I will allow it to break the low here. We have a bit of 1 minute structure here for it to retest. I want to see it retest that structure. I don't mind it retesting that structure. If it breaks that structure, I manage. You can get out of the trade if it breaks the low here. I mean, there was nothing that it rejected for me here at the moment in my strategy, you know. So yes. We do have, you know, obviously the 5-minute breakoff structure, which is a threat here. I wanted to see how it react off this 1 minute. Oh, wow. We're just getting FU candles. Fair enough. So I wanted to see a reaction about here. Yeah, this is where the reaction is. So let's see. Yeah, now, yeah, that's the reaction I want to see. Okay. So now it needs to start flipping. If this doesn't flip now. So now we need to see bullish pressure come, not bearish pressure. And then we can start to make our way back towards the upside. Can I adjust stop loss to here, reduce about 10 pips of my stop loss? All right, and I'm out. No follow through in London, typical London. And that's it. Typical London here. No follow throughs. Yeah, at least I just don't know what we rejected. I check futures, I check everything. Everyone's writing in chat that I'm wrong, I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Tapped 4-hour support. I don't see anything, guys. I double checked. I checked everything. There's no 4-hour support. I checked futures 5 times. I marked on futures as well. The 1 hour, look at the 1 hour on futures. I marked it exactly where the 1 hour is. I checked 100 times. For me, we didn't tap anything. I wanted to manage at this 1 hour. That is my break-even point, and we just didn't tap it. I would have got out at break-even if we tapped it. I have to follow rules, because if I don't tap anything, why am I getting out? We had bullish structure here on 1 minute. It's literally been doing this all morning. But the time that it didn't tap anything is the time it decided to reverse. It's one of those scenarios. As a professional trader, you cannot do anything unless you break your rules, right? Everyone is saying 1 hour this, 1 hour that. It didn't tap. So when are you going to respect your rules and say, hey, because before this move down happened, you see, before this move down happened, that's all price was doing all morning, creating this bullish structure one by one on its way towards the upside. You know, so what can you do, right? You know, in London, trade is going to work after it takes SL. Yeah, I know. Rejected 5 menu, fair value gap, VWAP, and true daily open level. Bro, you'll always find different things, man. Every strategy will find different things. When your trades lose, I can find. There's always something to make your trades lose. Otherwise, your trades would be 100%. There's always something. You can complain about a level, volume. There's always an excuse. But you can't, as a trader, just be like that the whole time. Because even if you show me your losses, I'm going to show you everything wrong with your loss. I will make 100 reasons why you lost. Super easy for me to do that. To give you 100 reasons why you lost. It's just how trading works. $15-minute candle closes here. Four weeks just lost, oh boy. Yeah, man, quit. Call it quits. That's it. Everything's over. Everything is over. Ah, man. Real traders only use 0 DTEs. I use 0 DTEs for analysis. I'm yet to see a losing month. Yeah, because I trade 2 sessions, you know. Like yesterday is fine, right? I can trade NY, get a simple trade, many options in NY. Like, it's just normal, guys. You can't really, I don't know. I've said this for years now, right? You know, like I can just pull up to an NY,
again, same.
you know, I can pull up to a session here and, you know, take a simple trades. These are 2 options in NY. Breakout of high, that's what this was. Aggressive, boom, quick break even. If you missed that one, take this setup 2. This is the same setup we just took right now, actually. You see, it's the same similar setup. This is obviously on a 5-minute because it's New York session, but this is the exact same setup that we just took. Look, pulls back, forms a support candle, pulls back, forms a support candle, break the high to continue up, break the high to continue up. Just not continuing right now because typical, there's no volume. Right? But if you get a session with volume, and you know, the surprising thing here, guys, is that if you look at NY yesterday, it's not the most volume, but it still does play out, right? That's NY session. Not great. This is not great. But you still have space because it's moving. It's moving during the session. Yes, it went nowhere, but it's moving. That's the difference. Do you have losing months? Yeah, I have had losing months, yeah. If you look at the 30-minute, the problem is obvious. You took the trade exactly in the middle of the range. Depends. I consider top of range here. So middle of range is here. If you draw this bottom of range and this top of range, this is not middle. Middle is here. Right? At this resistance zone where, you know, if it was a winning trade, nobody would be looking on 30-minute and 1 hour anymore. Yeah, I mean, no one comments on my winning trades, right? No one is interested. Bro, that was a great trade. Can you explain how it worked? Why did this work? Like, it's the same probabilities, you know? It's just how it works, you know? Everyone is a scientist. I mean, people want to be opinionated because they want to try solve something that you can't solve. There's going to be so many different strategies, different ways people using. VWAP, your, you know, classic, you know, order, you know, all of this stuff, man, you know, value area high, value area low. Oh, it rejected from the point of control. Yeah, of course it did, right? Of course, everything works. It's just what strategy are you going to stick to? Because if you one time blame the point of control, if you one time blame fair value gap, if you one time blame price action, if you one time blame all of this stuff, you're never going to be able to trade because you have so much going on. Like, you have to stick to one thing, right? And just understand the probabilities of that. If you don't want to understand the probabilities of that, then it's going to be tough because it's just going to ruin your brain. I've been there and it sucks because I just always have a reason, and then guess what? I start hesitating to take trades. I hesitate to take trades because I feel like it's always going to go wrong. So we have 50-minute here, candle closing, engulfing here. We're rejecting this previous 5-minute range here. Just low volume at the moment. We haven't picked a direction towards downside just yet because we're also rejecting some downside. We haven't picked direction towards upside as well because we're also rejecting upside. So we're a little bit of a mixed area right now. A little bit of a mixed area right now. It needs to pick a direction here. 100% win rate. Actually, in NY right now, I have a 90% win rate in NY right now. 80, 88 something win rate in NY. Do you trade the same strategy in NY as well as London or have different approaches? Same strategy, different approach. So it's not the strategy that changes, it's the approach that changes. Because NY is a lot different, right? We're moving a lot faster. We have a lot of different things, you know? Where's your TP? I mean, logical TP is all the way up here at the 1 hour. But you need to watch this level here, which is where my break even was going to be. Around 49 or 50, you know, that's the main one. Yeah, I've checked like 100 times. There's literally nothing it tapped. 100 times. I'm pretty sure about that. That would be the only mistake, is if it did tap something. And you can't make an excuse something super old, right? Obviously, we went with a tighter stop, right? We spoke about stop loss that could have been all the way down here. But again, now you're just holding and hoping, right? Right? This stop loss all the way down here. Like, obviously, I can survive this pullback right here, but I decided to go with more of an aggressive stop because all morning we haven't broke 1 minute structure, right? We're talking about since 9 a.m. till now, this is what's been respected. So if that wanted to continue, at least back up to these highs. By the way, if it comes back up to these highs, finishes this LTA here, I get paid, huh? Right? Because at that point, my trade would be at, let's see how much. 80 pips in profit, right? So it's enough to pay. I close B. I don't trust this PA. Out BE. Yeah, that's fine as well. Till we get some more clarity. If I saw it was being like this and I had a chance, then it would be a consideration, yes. Fortunately, we got a bit of a waterfall. Now the question is, are we going to continue in a direction, or are we going to start ranging? Because 5 minutes is forming a bit of a range. We rejected the lows, we're rejecting the highs at the moment. Doesn't mean it's going to be a full rejection, but let's see. Check up a little bit on NASDAQ here. What's going on NASDAQ? Because 4650 psychological number, yeah, that's partially the reason of 4650, but we actually have a 1 hour before, so I don't ignore the 1 hour and just trade the psychological number. I consider the 1 hour first, right? It's not a bad entry, this one, actually. We were in gold, but this was not bad. We have range, see? 20. 15's around 20. So that's not a bad one. Fortunately, we were in gold. But again, scary pullback. But see, this is the pullback you would have survived, right? This is what we wanted to happen in gold. Yes, it pulled back, but it's starting to recover. It's not comfortable. No, it's not comfortable to hold the pullback, but it's respecting structure. Whereas gold here is breaking structures here, then coming back, retesting deep. Again, the only stop that's going to survive is going to be below the range. Because you didn't know, is this structure going to survive? Is this structure going to survive? Is this one going to survive? Which one is it? Because we broke this one as well. Wick below it. Also, 4650 was not even tapped. No, it wasn't tapped yet. I mean, 4649 is the spot where I was going to move break even. So I was very close to my break even zone, around 10 pips from break even. And if it tapped break even, I would have got out. Does London open in 20 minutes? Yes, correct. It opens in 20 minutes. I still trust my plan, man. I still trust my plan, but I'm trying to think what's the way. What tools used to correlate 0DTE data? We have our own. Looking at DAX cells? Yeah, DAX cells is something I was looking at this morning as well, but it seems like it's pushed through already, man. I think you had to take this thunderstorm, and that's even a bit late. Let's see it stop here. 17. Yeah, you don't even get a 1-to-1 tapping this 5. You have to be break even at the 5. I mean, it didn't tap it just yet. Let's see how much. 17, 14. I mean, you could see if it pushes through, but yeah, that would be the way to sell it. Gold is trying that leg up, finally came and tapped into my zone now. This is the volume candle that I wanted, man. This is the volume candle that I wanted. What time is this? 10:43? It's a shame. I'm wondering if I could have put stop loss somewhere different, but that's the candle I was expecting here. It just came different time. Seems like London always wants to manipulate back into the zones. Idea was right as usual, which is good. It's very good actually. But we needed to manipulate this low, close engulfing. I went for sell and lost the trade. Yeah, man, you know. That's why I told you just take it, because you can see. There's a reason I have analysis, you know. I just don't see unless I'm running the full stop loss. That's a sickener? Not really, man. I'm a little bit annoyed when a trade doesn't go and follow my plan. It's easy to make money when trades are following your plan, but with this stop loss, it doesn't make sense, you know. Like even in this trade here, I don't think we're at a 1-to-1 just yet. Let's have a look. 70. Yeah, we are. That's the 1-to-1 just there. It's nice, but I can't see, you know, where the re-entry is. You know, I held, yeah, because you're trading with no stop loss, right?
No, I'm trading with stop loss.
But where? I can't hear you, bro. I can't hear you. Mic is messed up. I got very lucky and top step just barely survived. I'm not sure how you survive. Yeah, that's better. That's better.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Or should I talk about it after you're off YouTube?
This is your choice, man. It doesn't mind.
Okay, on the 5 minutes, you see like on your broker, not this. On my broker, there's this week there that it tapped then before it rejected. So I brought my stop loss like 5p below where the previous stop loss is, because on supply and demand, gold is supposed to tap the wick before it move. So yours was with the body of the candle. So I brought my own a little bit down. So it
No, I
just
didn't use the body. I used like this. This is how I had my stop.
Yeah, now this week there, after the bearish candle, the bullish candle there, I just brought it down towards the body.
This is how my stop loss was.
Yeah.
But you said I'm using the body. I'm not using the body.
This one is the one I'm talking about. This one here.
Yeah, but then I mess up my risk to reward.
How can I erase this?
You did it.
Okay.
So that's why I was trying to optimize. I didn't want, because now I would be still negative risk to reward at this point here. With my exact stop loss here, this candle here was 73 pips and my stop loss here was 75. So actually still negative risk to reward by a margin, you know, you could calculate it.
Yeah, but I got like when it pushed up, then my TP was still the same as yours, like this place on my broker, so I just took it out.
Nice one, man. Congrats.
I normally take that on long swing with set of 5. That was why I felt confidence and
yeah, very good, bro. Very good.
Yeah,
on futures it was a lot easier on futures.
Yeah, you can see mine, can't you? How it's just barely survived there in futures.
Yeah, it's a lot easier. I think on CFDs it broke it much more aggressively compared to futures.
Yeah, I did, because I was looking, because I was like, I know you managed a little bit earlier. So, oh, did you get unlucky there? But I was like, it just broke it, didn't it, on CFD?
Even on CFD, I would have been stopped there. On CFD, it broke it by like 3 pips. Unless I ran it 3 pips below. Idea was good. I'm happy with the idea. Just thinking about re-entries. 5-minute close above is valid re-entry. This 5-minute candle close in hindsight is okay. At the time, you know. Happened often that the trade went where it should after screwed the traders first. Yeah, but the problem is that if you wait for it to screw traders, then it just goes, right? I mean, yesterday it did it much more aggressive, right? We had where it messed up traders first very aggressively yesterday. This one was really bad yesterday. Then it went. Maybe Nas S3, really good bottom wick on 15, just limited range, man. You're like really at the top of this range. You break the high, that's all you have, you know? You're at this previous 5 here as well. It's not the best. Like at least on gold, like gold we're sitting at some previous levels before. This one here, previous 5, which we entered breaking through it, but the difference is we have a lot of range, huh? Gold from here all the way up, we had like 160 pip range. It's not bad 160 pips, you know. Do you stick to your daily bias? Yeah, always. I held the position, but it was on futures. Yeah, on futures was a lot easier to hold. It really, you know, is different. You dare go back to GJ? If I want to publicly embarrass myself, I'll go back to GJ, yes. Dax also showed the middle finger. Yeah. Typical Dax though, huh? We have delta divergence in DAX. That's where the real problem. We have we have delta divergence. What's this? We have delta divergences on gold. 30-minute has no bottom wick. That's the problem, guys. Everyone was complaining to me about how my trade is wrong, but the analysis is played out. Can we please just agree that this? Okay, I get it, but damn, guys, it's crazy. Like, this is crazy. Like, you have to simplify your trading sometime. Like I said, many strategies will have different results, but the number one thing is here, yes, it wanted to do a deeper retest. I can't always expect this deeper retest. You know, I know it's a probability to happen, but I was hoping for some early volume and there were good signs of that. Good structures forming. So I just didn't want to miss out on the trade today because this is like one of the few times we have very clean range and we're rejecting from a 1-hour support. Does your trade log show any period during the year that your strat overperforms other than other times of the year? No, sometimes it's changes throughout the year, you know? It changes. It's more of a market condition. My strat is good when the market is trending, you know? Not actually trending, when there's just volume in sessions. As long as there's volume in sessions, it's good. Today just wanted to liquidity grab a bit because I was trying to just put a little bit of a tighter stop. Today I could have got away with maybe just running the stop below the whole range, but I just didn't want to hold through potential heavy drawdown, you know? And like not even be close to a 1-to-1 right now, you know? It's just not worth it, you know? Like I'm not even halfway to the 1-to-1 at this point, you know? Like this closing above here in 1 minute can be a quick scalp to get to this zone here and see if it rejects. If it doesn't reject, you'll get some profit. Like that's a quick scalp, you know. What do you think about doing one New York session Zoom call for free so people who are not in the group can see what it's like being in the group? I do it before. I've done it before, and it's just us trading New York together. It's a lot less hectic. Everyone's focused together, and we're just trading, you know. And there's better volume generally in New York, and you know everyone kind of chats with everyone because, I mean, it's not noisy in that way, but you know we're all discussing together because we're comfortable. It's a different vibe. It's more focused, more locked in. Just focused on getting results, you know. It would not be the same with 300 people. That as well, yeah. That as well. Facts, brother, you lost by a couple of pips, part of the game. Yeah, honestly, yeah, you know. The big... it manipulated the low that was manipulated, so it's a double liquidity grab. Guys, I've lost like that multiple times in the past, right? You can read this. It happens in London, right? You can read here, double liquidity grab, right? This is the same type of idea where I've lost before in the past. Right, where liquidity grabs twice. We go below the lows, it goes below the lows again, then plays out. Look what happened. This is gold as well. Right, look, read here. Hit TP. Right, there's so many times that this has happened. I think I have other here. Double liquidity grab. Liquidity grab. I mean, we have sometimes a just single liquidity grab. So this, look, liquidity grabbed again and then played out. Remember that day with 2 losses in the morning? I believe it was DAX, then NY came and you smashed it? Yes. Hey Harry, it was me who messaged you about the WAP subscription, please. I just wanted to know if you fixed the problem, please. Where did you message me, man? I get so many messages. I don't know what's your name. I don't recognize your name. What's problem with the WAP subscription? Just remind me here, man. What was I supposed to fix? I'd like to buy a mentorship, but before that, can you show us your brokerage statement for the last 1 year, third party tested as well? I'd like to match it to your proven system journal. Thank you very much. Yeah, you won't be able to match every single trade because some trades I take on futures, some trades I take on what's this called, on CFD brokers, especially this year. Last year wasn't really much of a difference. But yeah, what third party do you want to use? Let me know. Also, Harry, have you considered subscription fee just to access NY session, no coaching? No, because I don't want people just there. Like, you have to realize our group is very serious. You have to realize that it's very, very serious, the group. So I don't want people just showing up to the NY session on Zoom and messing up the dynamic there. You have to remember, in Zoom, we are there to trade properly. We are there to improve. We are there to, get shit done. And if that dynamic changes, I'm not going to enjoy being there. And also the others who are there who are trying to be serious, but you have some guy messaging, what about this? What about that? Oh my God, this. It's not going to be healthy, You have to realize how the vibe is in there. That's why we can continue to have, consistent results over time. Live is better proof than broker statements. Guy is new, I guess. Yeah, it is better proof. I mean, I know so many people that can fake broker statements, that can fake testing, all of this stuff. It's just live is the best because I can't fake it, right? I can't fake it because I take the position live. Like a lot of gurus wouldn't show you this loss today. They would actually probably manipulate this and say it was a winning trade. 90% of signal groups, if they sent a signal but it actually got stopped out, they would say that this signal played out. Right? And they would just, say, oh, sorry, you guys just put the wrong stop loss. Right? Like I always take screenshots of broker. I show you my broker, where my entries are. I personally do not trade with looking at my own personal money capital. I don't have my profit open because I just don't like it psychologically. It's just a trend I do. I used to post in here all the time. I'm gonna get back to it. All my trades here, I post all my trades with broker screenshots as well, to show the trade was executed or wherever it may be. If it was on futures, it's on futures. Also to show that I'm trading on live account, like, you can see Express, right? It's not live account. This is funded. It doesn't count as live. So, if futures, I'll post like this. But I've been doing this for a long time, man. If you know me, you know me. I've been here 3 years, man. 3 years I've posted every single trade I've taken live. I'm telling you, man, 99% of gurus can't do that. I feel like I've proven what I need to prove online these days, and it's doing more damage than good because people don't like the truth. What broker are you using? For which? My futures, or for futures I use a prop firm. I don't trade on a broker, but for CFDs I have a broker.
Harry, for New York, so when you mark out your obviously US 30, do you use Top Step just to mark it out? Do you use your broker?
I use Top Step.
Use Top Step, like
I do both. I just analyze on like US 30 here.
Right.
Draw a couple of lines. Man, this looks good, huh? In 3 minutes. I analyze with a couple of lines, and then I just mark those same lines,
Right, okay, so you use Top Step pretty much. Because I was wondering, I was like, obviously sometimes it'd be almost like different charts. Not different, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, but you have to, because I'll be executing on Top Step. So wherever I'm executing is where I put the lines, Volume on DAX is back. Sheesh. This is London Open though. What a move up, huh? I think my FX book is okay to verify broker statements. The easiest thing to fake is my FX book. I'm gonna send you a YouTube video. So many people fake. Just go search this, how to fake my FX book, and watch these. Watch these. How sellers fake their results. Exposing the biggest trading scams. Fake journals, my FX book. Right, so go check these videos out. right? They'll show you how they can manipulate my FX book results. So don't always trust my FX book. Not saying that everyone on there is fake, obviously, but you know, if someone has to show you results in your face to prove that they're a good trader, is already a red flag to me, because I don't need you guys. I don't need your opinion of me. Like, I'm being honest, as a pro trader, I don't need your opinion of me to dictate if I'm a good trader or not, because I know what I do in the market. Not in a cocky way, not in a way that it is. I just know, I've been here long enough. I trade live online. I know what I can do, and I don't need others to validate me, or I don't need to be validated for them to purchase my subscription. It's almost, for me, like a, what do you call it? A gift for you guys to be part of my subscription as well, if you want to be, right? It's not life-changing. $75 is not going to change my life. You know, I hate to say it. It's nice. I do it to help people. I love having a community. I hate trading by myself. I love having people around. I enjoy teaching. I enjoy seeing people succeed. And I like to push that, right? You know, I like to see people that that push. It pushes me. It keeps me motivated. It's fun. So for me, you know, and as well, it's an additional income. There's no doubt about that. I'm gonna be paid for my time as well. So why not do it? For me, it makes sense. Fair enough. So what third-party broker checker do you recommend? No, I asked you. I don't know of a third-party broker checker, man. That's why I asked you which one. The WAP is trying to charge me again. I paid the subscription once. I don't have money to pay more. Now it's charging me reoccurring. Can you help cancel it? Bro, just go to your WAP, go to your products, cancel. Super simple, man. Super simple. You have total control of your subscription. Literally, go log into your WAP, go to your products. You'll see everything you're subscribed to. There's like 3 dots. You can press cancel. Boom. Super simple. If you need help with that, message the WAP support. They're 24 hours active. They can help you cancel. You know, if you don't know how to navigate it, don't stress, message them. That's the whole reason we use a system like that. I am paying 4% of revenue just to have that system. So make use of it because I'm losing out. You know, in Dubai, with all transaction fees and everything, if someone purchases online, I lose about 15 to 18% revenue per transaction. You know? So please make use of those systems because I'm getting done. Please give me the WAP support, man. Please, man. Bro, you're just trolling me now. This guy has to be trolling me, bro. Is he serious or is he trolling me? Because I really feel like this is troll. Because now you write like this, it seems troll to me. This type of messages. What do you guys think? He's serious or he's trolling? I don't know these days. He's trolling. If he's from YouTube, I'd say he's a troll. And apparently he was in our group. Half troll, half serious. Gonna go. Thanks, Harry, for the trade. It worked out for me. Just unlucky wick on the CFDs. Yeah, it's okay. I'm actually happy the idea played out. It shows me that I came today with the correct approach. It's like, I know it's a weird mindset to have, but the worst thing to do is come to a session and, you know, you're just wrong about everything. It means that it's like, that's for me a worse feeling, because I'm used to money coming and going. It's part of my job, you know. I've been here long enough. In the beginning, it's very scary. In the beginning, it's very scary, you know. I got the gold trade, my SL was slightly lower. Yeah, that's good. You would survive it at that point, you know. Idea made sense, you know. Maybe I can look at being a little bit less aggressive with stop loss. There's always things to be said, but at the moment, I'm content. I'm content with the plan I made. I think, with all things considered, previous 5-minute candle, liquidity grabbing, 5-minute structure, to be honest, I'm you know, you said it in my head before you said it in the beginning. I know, right? Risk 3%, I will survive. There you go. What is next? I mean, we should maybe now potentially slowly make our way back to this target up here. It's definitely a potential here. 1 hour candle is closing bullish. I could scalp these highs here. It just gets riskier the higher you are. I really wanted to be in where I was in from. And then if I'm looking to get back towards these highs, I would then take it based off from these highs and then hold it to the top here for 130 pips. I entered a buy at 46.50 with an SL of 46.47. Yeah, for me it's a little bit random that, you know, stop loss there. Here's in the middle of something, 47 stop loss. I maybe would run at least a 46 or 45 stop loss, so that you're at least back in the range. But if you have your own plan, it's good. Maybe you entered at 50 on the retest and you put stop loss below 49, this 5-minute structure. But before this 5-minute structure, too risky. Too risky. This is silver. Silver looks interesting. We just have this level that's guarded here. It's a bit messy on silver. This is 4 hour. We want to get back above the 4 hour for buys. Should be mixed bias on silver. Actually bullish bias. Interesting. Yeah, so we just want to get above the 4 hour on silver. Then I'm actually interested in buys on silver. Double check what happened to Nasdaq. Nasdaq ranging today morning. Gold is not ranging. It was just showing us a little bit uncertainty. What time was this? 10:30. Okay. I'm gonna journal all of this after. Collect data on what's happened. It's interesting to see other content creators' opinions since he has a lot of controversy around his group, but from my experience, it's not half as bad as discussed online. Don't know who you're talking about, but... But if you want my opinion on other people, I will not directly speak about them because I don't know, I haven't experienced it myself, right? I don't know them in person, I don't know their personality, I don't know anything, so I can't speak about it. I can speak about their strategies, I can speak about things that are publicly available, for sure, right? I can give my opinions, and not my opinions, but my knowledge, not opinions, right? I can give that ideas, but anything personal or stuff like that, I really can't say, you know, it's not in my thing to say. GJ idea, let's see the GJ idea. Buys above 5-minute close is a 15-minute time frame. if we're getting second continuation, yes, it is correct, you know. It is correct. Can you list prop firms that have had no problems withdrawing, if any? It's gonna be FTMO for me. FTMO, I think 5% is not bad. Top Step, Apex. Also, while we're at it, guys, let's do an Asian session review and a New York session review. So yesterday, New York session, a lot of ranging, but there was some few options here. First option was this breakout. So although this breakout looks like it was a fake out, there was actually, the way this formed was nice. We had a 5-minute close above, 15-minute close above, 30-minute close above, 1 hour close above, running open, no top wick, liquidity grabbed with a bit of news, and then a bit of an impulsive play. First trade I took, impulsive play, 37 points here yesterday. Then this is the more better position here, which was basically the pullback here, came back to the bottom of the range, and this is the one I posted, which was the most ideal setup of yesterday's session. Setup 2 on the 5-minute time frame back towards that DR, and that was all she wrote, you know. So that was a nice 1 to 4.8 there. Pretty simple trade overall. And that was the whole session. Everything else was a bit rubbish. Died off after that, just became a bit choppy. But you could play that same play again, right? Same buy again, back up to here, see what happens. Same buy again, back up to here, see what happens. Same buy again, back up to here. You know, the whole trade played out throughout the whole day. As long as you're not buying highs like a dumbass until we get out the range, it was good. Asian session this morning, not as active as we normally see it this morning. If we look at Asian session, opened up the day here, right around, where was the daily open? There we go, right around there. Pushed up, started to retrace some of this move. A lot of range. We didn't close below here. We got this impulsive candle. I'd say your option is going to be this setup here. At the time here, though, we are going to be leaning towards a bit of a mixed bias with the previous 4 hours. So you're kind of buying the bottom wick. We tap 4 hour support. Boom, we create a bullish candle. That is your option setup 2. Same as yesterday Asian session, just a little bit more complex. So this was your Asian session trade, right? Same as yesterday's Asian session trade, which was this one right here. So if you look at this was very similar setups. Today's one coming towards the 4 hour support. Also keep in mind, why is this also nice confirmation? We came below yesterday's Asian low. So we grab liquidity from yesterday's Asian low, and we see a strong candle come from that. Strong candle showing us that, hey, buyers are coming back into control, right? Same like here, we saw strong candle come here, which is why I wanted to lead into that buy. You see that? Although it didn't really give us the continuation in the next candle like we got here, right? Here we got the straight continuation. Here we didn't. We manipulated first, which is something we need to note, right? That is something we need to note. That is a note that we manipulated first, which is not, what happened yesterday, manipulation as well, right? So we manipulate yesterday, we manipulate today. Keep that in mind. So same trade ideas playing out session by session. right? So that's the review. Asian session is being easy, right? We're just getting simple setup 2s. Breaking highs, win. Breaking highs, win. London, a little bit more complicated. I want to show you something, the mindset of people. So I was just explaining now, guys, how to, the options, and teaching you guys for free all of the options you could have taken. Look what happened to viewers as soon as I started explaining. Just so you guys see the mindset of people, why they don't succeed in this game. Look at what happened to viewers as I explained about what? About positions that they could have taken. Drops. And that's the information that they're actually going to learn from. I find it the best part. It's very important, right? If we're waiting for a position, why can't we study, you know? Have you traded volume profile in the past? Yes, I used to trade volume profile in crypto. It's not bad. If you notice, you can line up a lot of zones with support and resistance. Volume profile mixed with a few other things is quite good. A little bit similar. Volume profile on the lower time frame, long term, I find it a little bit of a headache. You know, there's some market conditions that it struggles heavily in. And, you know. How can we get these key levels you marked? You have to buy my course. You have to buy my course. You can find out how to get these key levels. My course cost $0.00. All you have to do is press the buy button, and the buy button is the subscribe. So you press subscribe to my channel. Once you press subscribe to my channel, you go to videos and you'll find 2026 trading course. Information is here, how to get all levels, how to trade, all of this stuff. All of that stuff. So play it? Bro, I'm not gonna play and watch a video that I've made. Right now I'm focusing on trading. Bit of gaps on price. Also, people ask me how I pass a challenge. I go a little bit more aggressive on challenges. So this is actually something I haven't shown on live stream. This is how I pass challenges, because this is a challenge I'm passing. So you can see it's a little bit more aggressive. Less trades, I'm happy with a lot of break evens. But you can see, like, look at my losses. They are smaller, right? Average win, average loss, a little bit smaller once it's calculated. Right, you can see my profit factor is high. That's how I keep my challenges. High profit factor. You know, I have 69% win rate because sometimes I take some trades just to show things to people. Like here, like these small, you know, minus 11. Those count as losses, unfortunately. But honestly, I'm just showing people things. You can see my losses here are around 700 to 180 here. Wins are around 1%. These are break evens, $15. Again, 1%. This is break even. Then I took a loss. Then again, just under 1% win. These are all break even. 75 break even, 60 break even. You know, 100 break even. Then yesterday here, 100 and 1,000. You know, whatever. So I send it a little bit more aggressive. I'm not trying to be under 1%. You want to be like that. So now in only a couple of trades, right? These are a lot of break-evens, break-even, break-even, break-even. So in this, I've taken a little bit slower because I started the account with a loss, if you notice. First trade on the account, loss. So if I'm starting with a loss, then I have to minus my normal risk because I'm starting with a loss. So if I'm losing here with commission, let's say $200, my normal risk could be like $1,000. But now I have to minus 200, so I'm risking 700, right? So I'm risking 700. So first trade I risked 700, but I didn't get up to a 1-to-1, so I took the 500. Why? So I can make back the loss plus more, right? Then second trade I go back to risking 700 again, get 660 out of it, because this trade I took with the guys together. Who remembers this trade? This was the trade where I was up and I was supposed to make, I think, 800 or 1,000, but it only closed me at 660. Or it was this trade. Yeah, it was this trade after the loss, right? So this trade was supposed to be $1,000, but it slipped me and closed me out at 440. Then I go back to risking higher. These are all break-evens, and as you can see, I'm aggressive with break-evens. And the break-evens are making me money, right? 75, 60, 100. That's like $200 on break-evens. Right? Because of bigger lot size, right? Bigger lot size allows you to do that. And this is how you keep a challenge safe, right? This is how you keep an account safe. You know, so limited losses happen, right? I don't hide my losses. I started the challenge with a loss. A lot of you guys starting challenges with losses, lose your shit. Now one more trade and this challenge will be done, you know? And then that's how you pass it, right? So in that sense, I started this challenge when? 24, now we're on like 7, so it's been like 10 days with weekends. So if we minus the weekends, it's been like only 8 days. I will pass this challenge this week. If I lose again, yeah, it will take a little bit longer to pass the challenge. Maybe I'll finish this challenge by end of the week instead of in the next few days, right? Like that happens. So I don't care, but you see I'm not spending ages on challenges. Tons of trades on challenges. Like that's important. How do you get that page with calendar? You just click on the performance stats. All right, we're trying to break down here. And yeah, I'm not really seeing much. We're just kind of after that one London session push, we're done. So that's how London is. One and done. We're ranging on NASDAQ here. That was the one position. So, you know, it's wizardry to pick the one position of the day and be correct about it. It's very good. Unlucky with this here, but it just happens, man. It happens. I know it's a little bit annoying, but welcome to the life of a London trader, you know. So I'm back for NY. I'm going to see what happens in NY. I appreciate everyone showing up as always. Thank you guys for showing up on stream. I know a lot of guys copy and are not happy with the results in London, but you have to understand how this game works. And if you don't, then yeah, I understand you guys leave, but it's not going to get any better anywhere else. I can assure you that. So if you're really serious about your trading, join us in NY session, get proper education. I can only assure you with that. You know, and you have to take the leap. You know, if you're just frustrated with London, then don't put yourself in that position. Why keep showing up? Come to NY. You know, don't be the person who's trying to cheapskate your way around success. It doesn't work like that. There's no cheap way to success. There's focus, discipline, and good work. So check that out. Appreciate you guys all showing up as always. Take care. Trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Much love and peace. Cheers, guys.